So I'm getting ready to film a project here, and I turn off my dehumidifier, and I hear water pouring everywhere. And I come over here, and I see this mess. So, not sure what's going on, but anyway, we're gonna figure it out. Hey everybody, Kevin here with Kevin's Way Works. I do not know what's going on here. The only thing I can gather is I haven't run this in a while. I turned it off, and I forgot to turn it back on. This has a safety in it to where there's a float in the pump down here, and if that float is too high, it'll keep this unit from running. And even if that was the issue and that float somehow malfunctioned, water should not back all the way up to here like it did. So my guess is there's junk in the pipe that's keeping it from going down into the pump. So that condensate pump, I'm pretty sure is fine. We're gonna go ahead and figure out what's going on blocking this water from getting out of this dehumidifier. This is not the first time I've had issues with this happening. And every time it's been backed up in this guy. So let me go ahead and pull that off. We'll see if we can figure out what's going on. All right, what's your guys' guess? Mine is, we've got a blockage in here. So let's go ahead and rock this out. This is not glued in. This is just sitting in here. So I'm not feeling anything inside of this tube here, but the pan itself may have a blockage. Before I do that, I'm going to blow through this tube here and see if it's free. Whoa. Seems like it's free to me, so that's not our issue. So something in the pan must be blocking. Let's go ahead and open the side up and see if we can see inside of there. Let's open this guy up. We're gonna have to do it by hand. I don't have a drill down here. You think you have every safety precaution in place, and this stuff still happens. Yeah, I was down here working and I noticed it felt kind of humid. It was 65%, which is a little too humid for a house basement, especially one that's supposed to have a dehumidifier running. See, we're pulling in outside air with an ERV, which helps remove some of the humidity. It actually does a pretty good job of exchanging the humidity. But over time, with no air conditioning running down here, it does build up and up without the dehumidifier running. So let's go ahead and open this up, see what's going on. So how's this open? From the top, it just has like little snaps that snap it in up here. Guys, the only way this could happen is if it's plugged up in here, which is entirely possible, because the water collects in this pan, directs down into here. So unless that pan has broken, which I doubt, the water is supposed to come down this line, feed into that pipe. So it could be that we're not level too. I'm gonna get a little stick that'll fit in there, a little piece of scrap wood. Let's stick it down in here and see. And of course it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. I have some dowels, but they're super long. Let's go ahead and get this saw out of here. Whew, what a mess. What a mess. Oh, I hear crunchy stuff up in there. Oh yeah. Don't want to go too far and damage the coil. Oh, we're not at the coil, we're under the coil. Let me get a level on it. Let's check the level. Right now I've got all this junk stored on it. I mean, it's leaning back a little bit, but maybe we need to give it a little more. I mean, that line does angle down. It shouldn't be an issue. I'm thinking there was just junk in there causing it to overflow. What a mess, what a mess. So what I'm gonna do is get some water. We're gonna pour it down in there and we're gonna watch what happens. I'm gonna hook this back up. Like I said, that's just pressure fit over there. Let's pour some water in here. Let me go get some more water. Alrighty, got some big cups of water now. I can hear that going down in the condensate pump. Very odd, guys. I mean, I don't think water's getting out of it any other way. The condensate pump holds a lot of water, so I don't even know if I have enough with these 2 cups here. There it goes. Hope you guys can hear that. So, condensate pump is working, and even if it wasn't, the water would have leaked out of the condensate pump, not out of the inside of the unit like it did. So, all I can gather is it leaked, it filled up the pan, and it flowed over the edge somewhere. So I'm going to check the level side to side and see what that shows. But that still doesn't explain the issue. No, it's perfect. Well, guys, only thing I can gather is there was some crusty junk in there, built up in that pipe somehow, or some bugs got in there and sealed it up, and that was keeping everything from flowing out of it. We'll go ahead and get this dried up and we'll run it and we'll see what happens. Oh, some info about this unit. This is actually a refurb. So I bought it. It was basically brand new. Something was wrong with it. Nobody could figure out what. They got it working. And what it ended up being when it got to me, it still didn't work. And it ended up being one of these cables is too tight, or was too tight, and it kept getting yanked off. And so I just rerouted it so it had more length to it and plugged it back in. Not a single problem in the 15 years I've had it. So other than 2 times where the water overflowed like it did. Actually, we did have another problem now that I think about it. The fan doesn't have bearings. You know, it's sleeved. It's a brass sleeve. Well, the original fan, the brass sleeves died and pretty much no way to fix it. I had to find a fan to fit it. And let me tell you what, that took forever to find, but I did finally find the exact fan, but they had a ball bearing model. So this fan runs on ball bearings, or blower, I guess it is. This is actually a squirrel cage blower. It runs on ball bearings, and it still sounds nice and silent, and it's still good and tight. So hopefully that one will last, you know, another 30, 40 years. And we won't ever have to worry about it. So anyway, I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I want to thank you for watching Kevin's Way Works.